Metalstorm, the entire game revolved around switching gravity. It was a cool concept, and Metalstorm is definitely one of those NES games that people didn't really know about back in the day, although it's an excellent game and received a lot of exposure on hidden gems lists and stuff like that, so I think people are much more aware of it nowadays. It even got a physical reprint from Limited Run Games, which is awesome considering how expensive the original was. Gravity Storm takes clear inspiration from Metalstorm. Besides the obvious nod in the title, this is a game that plays very much like Metalstorm, in that it all revolves around switching gravity, but they have expanded the formula and moved considerably. You play as this little green one-eyed robot on a quest to defeat the mother computer that wants to destroy Earth. There's not much in the way of story, but there are quick cutscenes before every boss fight and a brief ending. I love the graphics in this game. It looks like an NES game, and the majority of the backgrounds are very robotic and futuristic. You're in an alien spaceship for most of it, but that was pretty similar to how Metalstorm was, so I get why they went for that vibe, and I think it works out really well. The control in this game is tight and responsive, but you can do a lot more than just flip gravity. You have a standard jump as well as the gravity flip. You also get a dash, a basic shot, and a special button that can be used to power up your moves that give you access to some really powerful attacks, like a hyper laser and an invincible dash that does damage. These moves are powered by a special bar, so they're not unlimited use, but enemies drop special bar power-ups pretty liberally, so you don't have to be too scarce with these moves, and they are around when you need them if you play smart. You can change gravity in midair, you can change it from coming out of dashes as well as mid-jump, and you combine all this, and you get some really cool platforming segments that would not have been possible in the original Metalstorm due to its control limitations. Some of these sections were really tricky and require you to drop through platforms, switching gravity midair, all while dodging enemies and other hazards. Like, look at this section here. You have running from a death laser while you have to carefully switch gravity to avoid buzzsaws and fight enemies. They're all really well done. And like I said before, the controls are super responsive and you'll need that precision to get through some of the trickier parts. There are no bottomless pits in this game, which I thought was interesting. If there is a pit and you fall down it, it either takes you to the next area or it takes you back to the top of the screen. You know how games like Bubble Bobble do it, where you just kind of fall down, come back at the top, and loop up and down? That's how it works in this game. You are not confined to a single screen since this is a scrolling platformer. This leads to some really cool enemy placement as well. Like, there might be an enemy below you, but by shooting up at the ceiling, your bullets will warp down to hit him. Combine this with the unique gravity switching, and you get some really cool level design that you just don't find in other games. There are bosses here as well. Every 3 stages or so you fight one. These are all really well done. They have pretty good attack patterns that are fun to learn. Some of them will kill you a bunch before you get it, but once you figure them out, they're not too difficult. I really enjoyed this boss here. He has these drones that shoot all around him, and you have to destroy all of them before you take him on, but the arena is really big, and you have a lot of spaces to hide in between jumping around, shooting things, switching gravity, so it's just a really well done, fun, and exciting boss battle. And I would say that really all the bosses. They really are fun to fight. The game currently only has 16 reviews on Steam, although it does have a 100% positive rating. I'm not surprised to see that. This game is absolutely fantastic. It really just nails everything. The graphics are spot on, controls are flawless, the enemies are fun to fight, boss battles are great, level design is unique and fun. If you love Metalstorm, this game is a no-brainer. But even if you've never played that and just love a good old school platformer, definitely check this one out. It's pretty short. My first playthrough took me about an hour, but that's okay for a game like this. It only sells for $7 and I picked it up on the Steam winter sale for $3.50. For that price, you can't go wrong, but honestly, this game is so much fun, I would have paid full price for it and not regretted it.